Green 18. Green 19.
Fournette, the running back. 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Brady to throw. Throws a deep pass downfield. And Scotty Miller in the open. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Rodgers fires quickly. End zone is caught for the touchdown by Allen Lazard. First and goal for the 5. Brady. Evans. Did he catch it? Yes, sir. Touchdown. Rodgers spins to his left. Comes underneath, and the pass is incomplete, out of bounds. Now they say complete. 3rd and 1. Rodgers play action. Look to the end zone. Rainbow Jordy Nelson. He's got it. Touchdown.
Mahomes looking under pressure. Throws the ball upfield. It is knocked away at the 50-yard line. Intercepted. Picked off a deflection.
All right, but enough about our.
Well, anyway.
Enough about our bullshit with our past lives.
Enough about us being losers. What's up, everybody? It is I, Draz, and SDS here for episode 35 of Battle of the Bay podcast.
Woohoo!
And we have a lot of different things to do, including record predictions for two more divisions, and more than likely playoff predictions.
It's not
because,
more than likely. You want to do it.
I want to do it because the app that we use, or the website we use to do pick'ems, sucks ass.
Visually, it's beautiful, but it does not remember our picks to save its life.
Yeah, visually it's great, but its cookies, let's just say its cookies don't taste very good. Anyway.
Are there Aaron Rodgers cookies dipped in ayahuasca?
Dude, I would love some ayahuasca cookies. I'm an excited Aaron Rodgers fan today because Aaron Rodgers is all grown up. He's a married man. He finally left the house.
I gave that news to mine and Joy's little group chat. The first thing she said, "Poor girl."
That's because she doesn't know what it's like to be with a big, beautiful man like Aaron Rodgers. Sorry. I broke SDS.
I'm sorry, Joy.
She just hasn't tried ayahuasca before. She doesn't know what she's missing out on.
No, she wouldn't be with a hippie. Ugh.
Every time Aaron Rodgers' wife kisses him, she gets high on ayahuasca. He's just got an ayahuasca aroma. I hope Perk Rodgers returns this year, though.
It will be the funniest thing ever. Anyways.
All right, so we're starting with Commanders, right?
If that's the first on the list, we will start with Commanders.
NFC East, alphabetical order.
NFC East,
alphabetical. It would be Commanders.
Okay.
Good old commies.
Okay,
so
I'll actually have them dropping week 1 to the Giants, just for the lulz.
Okay. So one of the things that we haven't talked about is the sophomore slump that has hit a lot of players, including Jordan Love.
See, I wouldn't even say like that was more of a sophomore slump. I think that was more because of him getting hurt.
I mean, yeah, but I'd say it was him being hurt and playing hurt mixed with like injuries on offense and a bunch of different things, but he didn't play as good. And then CJ Stroud had a huge sophomore slump, but also his offensive line was trash. The Commanders are The Commanders are in a weird position. Their offensive line has gotten better and worse, actually, because it depends on if Laramie Tunsil, because Laramie Tunsil last year was a penalty machine. If you watch his actual like win rate was great, so he was still an elite tackle, but he led the entire league, I think, in holding calls.
Yeah, so he's Donovan Smith with actual talent.
Yeah, so if he doesn't hold every other play, they have drastically improved their offensive line. Mm-hmm. So, like, if anything, Commanders have a chance to be even better. But they're in a contract dispute with Terry McLaurin. They don't want to pay him or something like that. And he's in a contract year or something like that. So there's so many question marks about the Commanders. But I'm going to have them win week 1. And I'm going to assume everything works out perfectly with the Commanders because I want it to be honest. I want them to win the division this year.
Yeah, no, I can't. The thing is, like, with the NFC, they never had a repeat champion in the past 10 years.
Yeah.
Probably more than
and
that.
I don't think the Eagles are winning that division this year.
I mean, that's guaranteed.
I don't think
if
the Cowboys
you
are
win
either.
one year, you know you're not going to win the next in that place.
The Eagles have a lot of things working against them. They have the NFC East curse, the Super Bowl curse, and Madden 26 cover curse. They have 3 curses working against them.
But,
all right. We already have.
There's a lot filled out already. So scrolling down to week 7, winning against the Cowboys.
Just speed run your picks, just because it's been a week.
Okay, winning against the Cowboys, win against the Seahawks. They get a win against the Giants.
I was talking about the ones 2 through 6, but
2 through 6. Oh, 2 through 6 are already filled out. Nobody cares.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Speed run those so people know.
Week 2, Green Bay. Week 2, they win against Green Bay. Week 3, they win against the Raiders. Week 4, win. Basically, they get 6 wins.
Yeah. Okay. So we all have wins through week 2 through week 6.
Yeah, they dropped the Chiefs though.
Yeah, they dropped to the Chiefs, and I have the Commanders. I'm gonna have the Commanders lose to the Cowboys as well, so they're gonna go on a little 2-game skid after going 6 straight, going 6-0. But then they'll bounce back, and I have them beating both the Seahawks and the Lions, and then the Dolphins. Do I have them winning all the way to them losing to the Vikings in week 14?
Yeah, week 14 I have them winning. Week 15 I have them winning. Week 16 they lose to the Eagles. Week 17 they lose to the Cowboys. And week 18 they pick up the last game. Meaning for me, well, actually, go ahead and finish yours.
Yeah, so I'm going to have them beat the Giants. I'm going to have them lose to the Eagles as well. I'm going to have them beat the Cowboys and split the series. And I'm going to have them beat the Eagles in the last week of the season too. So I'm actually going to agree with you there.
Okay, meaning for me they're 12-5, which was I think
Jesus
their record
Christ.
last year.
They're 13-4 for me.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Like, here's the argument. Jaden Daniels. Well, there's nothing that says that he will slow down. Like, again, we know sophomore slumps can happen. But I don't think he's going to be one of those people.
It's the problem is it's the way he dominated last year.
Like,
the way he dominated
he's going to have a slump by comparison.
Well, I'm not even saying that. I'm saying that the way he dominated last year's completion percentage, the way he took the check down so well, but then the way he was able to let loose on the deep ball to Terry. I don't think there's a way. Like, he looked so good, so complete that, like, I don't know. C.J. Stroud looked really good in his rookie season, right?
Anybody was looking better than.
But by the end of the season, by the end of the season, Jaden Daniels looked like a top 5 quarterback in the league. Like, you could make the conversation, like, make it, and so it's like C.J. Stroud was not a top 5 quarterback in the league in his first year.
No,
he just looked like he was really good. Poised to break out, right?
And
Jaden Daniels looked
he got slapped with reality the next year.
Yeah, so that being said, I think that Jaden Daniels has actually a chance to get better this year and have an MVP caliber season because I think it's different. Like, I think it's a different situation. And like I said, their offensive line got better so they can run the ball better. So because they didn't have a run game last year to save their lives. They had Austin Eckler, I think. Was their number 1 running back?
Brian Robinson.
Yeah. So with a better offensive line, they can run the ball more. So I think they're going to be better. Which leads us to the Cowboys.
All right, well, currently they're 6-6, and that's only going to get worse.
I'm going to have them drop the first 2 games of the season. One of New York's.
No, they always win against New York. I can't do that. But they do lose. But I have them. Week 3 they win, 4 they lose. Week 5 and 6 they win, 7 they lose, 8 they win. Week 9, Arizona steals it.
Dude, I actually have them winning a lot here. They get a 4-game win streak from week 5 to week 8.
Ew.
And you know what? I'll have them beat the Giants as well. Actually, Giants have to take something. They have to win something. I'll have them beat the Cardinals in week 9.
Mm-hmm.
Then the bye. Then they lose to the Raiders. I'm gonna have them lose to the Eagles. Wait, did I already? Yeah, no, I didn't. I didn't already pick that. Eagles. We haven't done the Eagles yet. Then they lose to Kansas City. Lose to the Lions. Then the Vikings. Then the Chargers.
The only 2 games I have left to pick is week 12, week 14. They split the series with the Eagles, and you know what? Just for the hell of it, Giants gonna win week 18. Meaning the Cowboys are 8-9 for me.
The Giants are going to finish the season to me 7-10.
The Giants.
The Cowboys are going to finish 7-10, which is fucking crazy.
I mean, 8-9 with fucking Braun Schottenheimer, the human puppet, the Jerry Jones himself.
Yeah, I don't know.
Honestly,
I don't know.
I would see them losing a lot more games, but they always bullshit their way to at least a decent record.
Yeah, 7-10 seems a little bit low for them, but also it's the Cowboys. Come on, people.
All right, Eagles.
They should be 7-10.
Yeah. All right, Eagles. Okay, so the question is, how do they lose?
I'm going to have them lose to LA.
They're 11-3 for me. I can't do that.
Have them lose to LA.
I'll have them drop week 6 to the Giants. They'll win in week 8 against the Giants. And it actually finishes up the slate. That's the only 3 games that had to be picked.
I'll just switch the 2.
Meaning they're 13-4 for me, and they're actually on top of the division again.
Oh my god.
This is not supposed to happen. Maybe the curse breaks.
Fuck it. I'm making an alteration. Commanders are going 14-3. They're sweeping the Eagles. Which means that last game is going to decide the division. By the way.
Honestly, I would vibe with that.
And so the Eagles are gonna lose the division at 13-4.
And then the Giants.
Jesus.
I only have one game for them to pick, and it's week 9 against the San Francisco Giants, in which they lose. Meaning they end the season for me 5-12.
Let's see, what do I not have picked for them? Let's see, I have 17 games in the season, right?
Yes.
Okay, I have them all picked.
Oh wow.
I just was having issues because if you remember, I have a tie. I was trying to work that out. I have them finished 3-13-1.
All right, and that is the NFC East wrapped up, which means, for me, the Eagles are first with a 13-4 record. The Commies are second with a 12-5 record. The Cowboys are third with an 8-9 record, and the Giants are fourth with a 5-12 record.
For me, I have the Commanders at 4-13 in winning the division with a 5-1 division record. I have the Eagles that are 13-4 with a 3-3 division record. The Cowboys, who are 7-10 with a 3-3 division record, and the Giants, who are 3-13 with a 1-5 division record. 3-13-1. Sorry, forgot the tie.
Well, I mean, if you tied it against the Saints, you probably deserve that L.
Yeah, But, I thought it would be funny.
All right, and then for the last division, the NFC West. Why do I keep saying AFC? So, just to give you guys a look at the shit show right now, I have 3 teams tied at 8-3, and then the Seahawks are last at 7-4.
Yeah, everyone on my team has a winning record. Everyone in my division has a winning record as well.
We gotta start somewhere. We gotta start with the Cardinals. This division is gonna be a fucking bloodbath and a half.
Yep. And I'm gonna.
And it looks like all the rest of the games I have to pick are all divisional too.
Yep.
So week 3, lose to 49ers. Week 4, win against the Seahawks.
I'm gonna have them win against the 49ers and then lose against the Seahawks.
All right. Week 10, Seahawks win. Week 11, they win against the 49ers. Week 14, they win against the Rams. And week 18, the Rams win. Meaning the Cardinals finish 11-6. What is it on your end? What do you have them winning and losing?
All right. I have them dropping to the 49ers in week 11. But in week 10 as well, they also dropped the Seahawks. I have them dropping to LA in week 14. And they're going to drop to LA in week 18.
Okay.
Actually, I'll have them win week 18 because I'm going to assume some other things. You'll see, and they will go 9-8.
So you got them going 9-8. All right.
Yes.
All right. Cardinals, 49ers. All right. Week 1.
All right. 49ers.
I'll have them lose against Seattle. Then they go on a 4-game winning streak before dropping to Tampa. Week 7,
I'm going
8,
to
9,
have.
they win. Oh, go on.
I'm going to have San Fran win week 1, which means they win week 2 as well, and then they drop a couple games, and then they're going to drop to LA.
Well, week 10, I got them winning against Los Angeles, so.
Yeah, I'll have them win at home against Los Angeles as well.
And then week 18, they win against the Seahawks, meaning they are 12-5 for me.
I'm going to have the Seahawks win and have the 49ers go 11-6, which I think is quite generous.
Okay. Well, I mean, the thing is, like, when San Francisco is healthy, they're a machine. That's proven.
By the way, I'm not taking screenshots of our division because it's going to be done.
Yeah.
So I'll just take a screenshot of the entire division and then the playoff bracket.
Fair enough.
All right.
So, 49ers
it leads us to
the Rams. All right. Again, the Rams were a zombie team last year, and I don't think they do much of anything.
So we only have 2 games to pick, and that will finish the entire.
Seahawks sweep them.
I'm going to have LA split.
That means for me, the Rams are 9-8. And it also means that the Seahawks are now picked, meaning they go 11-6.
You know what? The Seahawks will. I'll have the Seahawks sweep as well.
Okay, perfect.
For reasons.
All right. That means the NFC West is wrapped up. For me, 49ers are first in their division, 12-5. Seahawks and Cardinals are tied with an 11-6 record. The Seahawks are second, the Cardinals are third. And the Rams are fourth in their division with a 9-8 record.
This might be our biggest difference in division because I have the Rams at 13-4.
Ew.
With 3-3 in their division.
That is, you know very well that that's not going to happen. Devontae Adams only can do so much.
I'm actually more high on Matt Stafford. I think Matt Stafford's going to be better this year.
No.
Well, he's going to continue what he was doing last year. 49ers, 11-6, second in the division. Also 3-3 in the division. The Seahawks, 10-7, 4-2 in the division. And then the Cardinals 9-8, 2-4 in the division. So I have 2 divisions in the NFL this year that are all going to win more games than they lose.
All right. Well, with that wrapped up, here's my conference seeding for everybody. First seed are the Bucks at 13-4 with a 9-3 conference record. Second are the Lions, also at 13-4 with also a 9-3 conference record. Eagles are third, also at 13-4 with an 8-4 division record. 49ers are the 4th seed at a 12-5 record. Commanders are 12-5 at the 5th seed. Seahawks are 11-6 at the 6th seed, and the Cardinals are the 7th seed at 11-6 also. Meaning, the odd man out on my conference slate are the Vikings, who also went 11-6.
All right. Mine's gonna be. This is all right. I'm gonna have the Commanders in the conference winning the conference. They're gonna be the 1 seed, 14-3, 10-2 in conference. I'm gonna have the Buccaneers be 2 seed at 13-4. The Rams be 3 seed at 13-4. The Packers be the 4 seed at 12-5. The Eagles be the 5 seed at 13-4. And the 49ers be 6. The Lions are the bottom seed at 11-6.
Excuse me?
And the Seahawks are 10-7 and out of the playoffs.
God damn, it's just the last 2 years over and over for him, ain't it?
Dude, the Lions are going to be the bottom seed. And the bottom seed, Jacksonville, dude. Jacksonville and the Bengals and the Raiders on my AFC, they're all 9-8 and all missing the playoffs. And the Broncos are going to be, for the second year in a row, sneaking in at 9-8 and a 7th seed.
Ridiculous.
Oh my god. What a fucking first round.
I know. Okay, so
What?
I'm going to start with the AFC. The first matchup I have are the Raiders against the Titans. Call me crazy.
Titans are the playoffs for you?
Yeah, they're 9-8. They won their division.
Okay.
Now, call me stupid. Call me crazy. I think the Titans would win that matchup.
Oh my god.
The Raiders are that would be a game that the Raiders would blow.
My first matchup is Steelers Ravens.
Oh god. Aaron Rodgers revenge tour.
And I'm gonna have the Steelers win. I'm gonna have the Baltimore Ravens choke again. Which is actually believable.
Oh, and guess what?
I don't know.
Guess what I have for the next game?
What?
Raiders Steelers or Ravens Steelers.
You know, really?
Fuck it, we roll.
My next one is the Texans versus the Chiefs, which is a rematch, I think, right?
Yeah.
From 2 years ago?
Yeah, and I still can't believe you have the Texans making the playoffs. After last year, their offensive line only got worse.
Oh yeah. But they are also in a bottom feeder division, and I had them barely winning the division at 10-7, so
Playoffs.
I'm going to have the Chiefs beat them.
Good.
Because, obvious reasons.
And for the last matchup, I got the Dolphins at the Chargers. I got the Chargers winning.
I have the Broncos at the Chargers.
You better have the Chargers win that. I swear to Christ.
I'm going to have the Broncos win. I'm going to have the Chargers charger. And you can't even say anything about it because the Chargers can't stop charging.
You know what? The thing is, I know it has a possibility to happen if the Chargers make it that far. They always charger at some point. But it can't be against fucking Duckface.
You know what? I'll give it to you. I'll say the Chargers win. I won't put an upset this far in.
Okay, good. And on the NFC side, I got commies at the 49ers. Not gonna lie, that seems like a commies win.
What the fuck? What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this playoffs? I have first round rematch Green Bay versus the Eagles. a year apart.
God damn.
Then I have LA versus San Fran. And then I have the Bucks versus the Lions 2.0.
You God.
It's just-
Ridiculous.
And I have Green Bay beating the Eagles. Fuck the Eagles.
I hate the Eagles, man.
Then I have the Rams beating the 49ers.
No.
Brock Purdy lays a goose egg, throws 3 interceptions.
Well, my second matchup is Seattle at the Eagles. The Eagles win that. And then I got the Cardinals going into Detroit. Detroit wins that.
I have Detroit upsetting the Bucks, bumping them out of the playoffs in the first round, which leads us to the next week.
Mm-hmm. Oh God, this is going to be a barn
Oh
burner.
my! What have I done?
What have you done? Look at what I have. My first matchup
I
on the
have
NFC
Bills
side
Chiefs. I have Bills Chiefs and the Washington Detroit Lions
You're gonna have
rematch.
the fucking Chiefs bullshit to another win?
And then I have Steelers Chargers. I said I wasn't gonna have. Do I have the Chargers charging against the Steelers?
Probably.
Do I somehow bullshit Aaron Rodgers to the AFC
No,
Championship?
the thing is, like that last one, it's gonna be compounding issues. The Mike Tomlin bullshits to a win, and the Chargers charger.
Yep. Okay. Well, we're gonna do it. We're gonna have the
And I do
Steelers
have
make
the
it to the
Chargers
AFC
charging.
Championship.
And I do have the Chargers charging. I think the Titans also bullshit to a win.
Oh my god.
And I can't do it against the Bills. The Bills will take care of business against the Steelers. So
The Bills overcome the Chiefs at home in mind.
good.
Finally, they exercise their demons.
All right. Well, NFC
Green
side.
Bay versus LA. Oh my lord.
But NFC side, I got Eagles, Lions, Lions win, and then I got Commies, Bucks, Bucks get revenge.
I got Commies Lions, dude. Rematch. Oh my lord.
Wait, where are the Bucks for you?
Eliminated.
You knocked.
They
them
got
out
eliminated in the first round.
God, against who?
I had the Lions, Detroit.
All right, forgiven.
I'm gonna have Detroit bump the Commanders too, the 1 seed out, because I cannot have them make the NFC Championship 2 years in a row, right?
You can't.
And then
And
I'm gonna have the Packers bounce the Rams too.
Yeah.
So
Well, I mean, I'd be happy, but if.
which leads.
But that means
This seems so biased,
Championship-
bro.
The AFC Championship game for me is Titans Bills, and the Bills win. Cam Ward can only do so much.
I have to choose between having Aaron Rodgers lose another championship game and the Bills making it to the Super Bowl for the first time forever. And then I have to choose with the Packers losing in the NFC Championship again. I have the worst possible. This is a nightmare scenario for me.
Well, we could just
This is a nightmare.
we could just sit back, relax while Draz contemplates his life choices.
Oh my lord. Do I do rematch Packers Steelers? I'm going to have the Bills win. Which means Aaron Rodgers loses a 5th championship game. And he's going to retire the way he entered. Oh my god. That would be a literal nightmare. I would rather him get bounced in the first round than that, but that would be fucking torture.
And for the Packers?
God. I'm going to have the fucking Lions bounce the Packers in there. And so the Lions couldn't get it done as the 1 seed. The Lions couldn't get it done as the 1 seed, but I'm having them get it done and get to the Super Bowl as the 7 seed.
They're legitimizing the 7th seed that shouldn't exist. And
Oh,
on
my
my end, I will
Lord.
have the Lions beat the Bucks, meaning that Super Bowl for me is Bills-Lions, two teams who have never won a Super Bowl in their history.
I'm going to have the Bills beat the living fuck out of the Lions.
I can't do it. Detroit already has the gritty Tigs. They need something with the Lions. And I think the Lions climb that hill.
I think the Lions score 13 points. They score, so they're gonna make the 13-3 score, but it's gonna be them scoring 13 points this time instead of 3. with the what's his face with the God, why can't I think his name? What's the quarterback for the Lions right now? What can you think of his name? Jared Goff.
Yeah, I was young.
Jared Goff's gonna make another goose egg in the Super Bowl.
No.
There's got to be a narrative. Every quarterback that's better than what they actually are, there has to be some sort of narrative. They're the 7 seed. They're gonna make it to the Super Bowl, and then Lions fans are gonna have to understand the pain of a quarterback that they know is better than what everybody says he is. They're gonna be like, we were never supposed to be in this game. We're a 7 seed. We lost to the 1 seed Bills. We should have lost that game statistically. Jared Goff threw for 200 yards, 2 touchdowns, and no interceptions. Wasn't a good game, but it wasn't a bad game either. And they're going to have to worry about that for the rest of their lives. They're going to have to defend Jared Goff. And they're going to have to understand the pain of Packers fans defending Aaron Rodgers for having teams that dropped 35 points a game in the playoffs. And the Bills, Josh Allen needs a Super Bowl. He needs at least one, right?
He does need a Super Bowl, but it will not be against Detroit. I'm sorry.
God.
Detroit's been suffering a lot more than the Bills have in the past 2 decades.
I might not live to see. The podcast might end if what I just predicted happens. Aaron Rodgers gets bumped in the AFC Championship, and the Packers get bumped for the 5th time in 5th time in a row in the NFC Championship.
It'll be ridiculous if that actually.
It would be the most, and we would have to. I think I would legitimately have to say we have a new Packers be Packering. It would losing in the NFC Championship game.
Very quickly, I want.
That's our Super Bowl.
Very quickly, I want to go over the top 10 of the draft for me. Top 10 Saints.
How do you see that?
Oh, you just scroll down. It says draft order below everything. But Saints, Jets, Bears, Falcons, Broncos, Patriots, Giants, Browns, Colts, Panthers. And the Falcons don't even have their 1st-round pick because they traded it away, so it's going to be the Rams.
Oh my God. Dude, I didn't even think about that. Falcons are going to have the number 2 pick, and it's going to be a Rams.
They're going to gift wrap a new Aaron Donald to them.
The Rams are going to have such a good pick. The Saints have the 1, obviously.
Yeah,
Holy.
obviously.
And then the Browns are going to have the number 3 overall pick. The Giants have 4. The Giants are going to go 3-13 and have the 4th overall pick. The Colts are going to go 4-13 and have the 6th overall pick. Jesus Christ. You and I are going to have completely. The Titans are 6-11 and have the 9th overall pick. What do the Titans have for you?
They lost in the championship game, so they're probably they got the 29th overall pick.
Oh my God. God, I cannot wait for the Saints to get the number 1 overall pick so they draft a bust at QB.
I'd be all for it.
Now the question is, do the Saints not pick a quarterback and the Falcons pick a quarterback, or do they both reach?
Everybody in New Orleans is drinking the swamp water if they think Spencer Rattler's going to be any good.
Well, the thing that is the most Giants thing, though, is that they win just enough games to get the 4th overall pick. So again, they aren't in prime position for a quarterback. Again, they aren't in prime position to get a quarterback.
To be fair, there's not exactly anybody on the quarterback position who's coming off the pages.
Arch Manning.
I'll put a mulligan on that one. But even then, he still has a year left. He still has a year he can play. And then he can transfer out and play somewhere else if he really wanted to.
Arch Manning, Garrett Newsomer, Cade. I haven't heard of any of these people. Clemson's quarterback. Lenore Sellers.
Clay Klubnik? Cade Klubnik? That's the Clemson quarterback?
Cade Klubnik. That's the third best quarterback. And then LSU's Garrett Nussmeier.
All right, Nussmeier maybe. But he's probably like a second-round pick, not a first.
I'm sure somebody will like break out in college, but like
oh, definitely somebody will. But I'll say as of now, I don't think there's a clear quarterback besides Arch Manning if he decides to. If he has a decent year,
I think he will.
If he has a decent year, I hope to God he doesn't because he's a Longhorn. But
yeah, he's got the name. He's 6'4". 225. He's got the Trevor Lawrence like size, and then he's like I said, he's got the Manning name, and he's at Texas. Like the Saints are gonna reach on him, bro. It's gonna fucking happen.
They can't reach if it's the first pick.
They can absolutely reach.
All right. Well, that all being done, it is now time for the news.
What news we got? We got
a decent amount, I would say. Albeit, something happened yesterday. Actually, two things happened yesterday that I don't really want to talk about. You don't need to.
What happened yesterday that happened? Oh, remind me what happened that was so traumatic for you.
Two things happened yesterday that I do not want to talk about. Well, we'll get to that later. Because there's a few things I want to talk about first. First up, Texans safety Jimmy Ward was arrested and charged with felony assault. I will say anything negative affecting the Texans, I'm all for, but I don't want to see somebody get arrested and have somebody, charged with something like that.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, come on, man. You're a millionaire. Like, just sue somebody instead of assaulting them, please. Like, it's just.
But yeah, there's nothing.
You ever heard of frivolous lawsuits, Jimmy Ward? You have the money to do that. Don't. Come on. Why? I don't know why people ruin their lives like that. Like, they're just stupid.
But there's nothing on here saying that, what exactly happened. It just said he was charged with assault. If it ends up being a female that he assaulted, then it's going to look even worse.
Hopefully it's just like, what is it? False news or, accusation. He gets cleared of it. But yeah. Anyway, on to more amazing and beautiful news.
No, we still got one more to... Oh, yeah, right. Aaron Rodgers announced that he got married during Steelers minicamp.
And there's a couple little sub stories as well I could bring up since we already talked about him getting married. He's been talking a lot during preseason. So he got married, and he also really likes the second string Steelers tight end, Darnell Washington.
Yeah.
He says it reminds him of Mercedes Lewis, which I can't think of a better compliment than being
So what? He's old and slow and out of the league?
He's a really good blocker. He's a really nice guy, and everybody likes him. But yes, he's slow. Really slow and can barely catch.
Is Mercedes Lewis still even in the league?
He signed with the Bears a couple years ago, but I don't think he's in the league anymore.
I'm going to double check that. I got to make sure.
He was in the Bears. I know he was on the Bears last year. Is he on?
He's still in Chicago.
In 2024, he had 1 reception for 2 yards.
He's still in Chicago.
He had 1 reception for 2 yards last year. What? Okay.
In the 24-26 season, Lewis appeared in 17 games and started 5. Ain't that like the Rams? Or not the Rams. Ain't that like the Bears?
I see you don't have the Orioles laying pipe against the Detroit Tigers on here.
I forgot to actually do that. I thought I linked it, but then I saw that something else happened and I was sad.
Yeah, it's like our first 10 burger of the entire season. It's the first time our offense did anything.
Let's get this over with. I don't think I wanted to get a drink as bad as I did last night watching what happened during the finals. They had Jaeger. I wanted to take a lot of shots. That probably would have made more than the Thunder did last night. We missed
our next
6
news.
free throws. 6.
Free throw merchants. Gotta hit your free throws if you're free throw merchants. He's not happy. How many free throws did you guys actually have? I didn't actually look.
We kept getting. The thing is, they turned. They did what we usually do. They got literally every other foul imaginable.
Free throw. Chet Holmgren was 8 for 9. Jalen Williams was 7 for 11, and Shea was 5 for 6. My God.
Yeah, no, it was just a very, very weird night all around.
Dude, Benedict Mathurin went 9 for 12 and 7 for 8 for free throws for 27 points off the bench. We're talking about Pacers OKC. We didn't say it, but NBA Finals. Pacers take a 2-1 series lead, and I am all here for it.
But we got 3 games to make it up. If we lose Friday, then I'm just going to be sad. Because that just means
what did you say the other day?
Is indeed cursed.
What did you say the other day? OKC just lost game 1 so they could win at home in 5 games.
That's been the trend. We always lost 1 game so we can go into game 5 or 4 at our own place and celebrate there.
Dude, the Pacers are different, dude. We're witnessing one of, if not the greatest runs in final history or in NBA playoff history right now. And I'm all here for it.
The thing is, I can't even be mad. That's the thing. With the Pacers, I can't even be mad. I like the Pacers. But God, they're a bunch of goddamn fleas.
It's gonna be such a brutal loss if you guys lose this finals. 68-14. It's gonna be like the Warriors losing to 73 win season. It's gonna be like that.
At least we made it to the
you
finals.
Guys lose.
I think they lost in the conference. Did they?
No, they lost to it was a 3-1 comeback.
Eesh. Well, at least it's not.
So they were
painful.
fucking gassed, but
at least it's not going to be that painful. So, I'll say we can't choke a series lead if we don't have a series lead.
I cannot believe the Pacers are leading in the NBA Finals. Or if you had told me that this would happen, I would have not believed you. At the beginning of the playoffs.
I wish I could not believe it either, but here we are. All right, let's get the other painful game out of the way. Yesterday, we let Baltimore do that to us.
Baltimore,
we got
of all
blown
teams.
out 10-1 by the fucking Orioles. How do you let that happen?
Yeah, dick down, bro. The team, let's see, I'm scrolling back. We lost 5-19 to the Red Sox.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still scrolling back. Still scrolling back. 8's the highest we've scored. We scored 10 points in spring training. That was the last time we scored 10 points.
Yippee.
So the first time in the regular season we scored 10 points was on you guys. Who was pitching for you guys? You guys have a good pitching rotation. Who the fuck?
If it's not Jackson,
You guys take an off day?
if it's not Tarek Skubal, I don't even want to know.
2 hits, runs, at-bats, home runs. We only had 2 home runs that game.
So you guys literally hit every gap you could.
Yeah, we had 2 home runs. No, normally that's how we had 16 hits.
Who was pitching for us?
What?
Who was pitching for us?
7 runs in the 8th inning? What the fuck happened in the 8th inning?
All right, Florida man, who was pitching?
Let's see. Your team pitching: Casey Miz, Tyler Holton,
Casey
Brennan
Mize. Of course
Hanafy,
it was Casey Mize.
and Bo Breesk. Casey Miz actually only gave up 2 runs and had 7 strikeouts. So, and he gave up 8 hits though.
Yeah.
But Bo Breesk gave up 5 runs on 3 hits. So I guess he tried to relieve somebody.
Yeah, no, Bo Brisk is not exactly the best man to have on the mound.
I guess you guys put up. Your. Hey, not a horrible pitcher, but you guys didn't put your best players out there.
I just need 4 clones of Tarek Skubal.
God, what's the fucking Orioles pitching rotation looking like right now?
Evidently, it was enough to keep Detroit at 1 run.
We only have 5 strikeouts. What the fuck? We have 5 strikeouts. Our starting pitcher, Zach Effen, had 5 strikeouts. You guys,
Okay, so we're hitting balls, but they were catching them.
Yeah. And our fucking pitcher that was up against you guys has a 4.08 ERA. And you what? You guys couldn't score on a guy with a 4.0. That's a mulligan. That's a mulligan. You guys got to call mulligan on that one. That's never going to happen again. That's never going to happen again. By all metrics, we should have gotten our asses kicked. We just
I
didn't.
think Detroit's going to have something to say tonight.
Do we play again?
I'm pretty sure it's a 3-game series. But all
right. Do we have any? We have McCutcheon.
We got 2 more baseball things. Next is more pain. Tigers pitcher Jackson Jobe, who was in our starting rotation, is getting Tommy John. I thought he was okay.
Oof.
I'm sad.
That's a big oof.
It seems like every pitcher that I start liking needs Tommy John. The only person who doesn't is Tarek Skubal.
I don't have that problem. The Orioles don't have good pitchers.
Anybody's better than Joey fucking Wentz. You'll be fine.
I mean, we're putting in people with a 4.0 ERA to win his game.
Joey Wentz had a 7.5 whenever he was starting for us. I don't want to hear it.
Let's see. Our best pitcher technically has a 2.7 ERA right now in our starting rotation.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple people that have a lower, but they're like 15 on our depth chart. What the? We have a. Kyle Gibson has a 16.7 ERA. What the fuck?
Huh.
But yeah, our number 1 pitcher is 1-5 with a 5.6 ERA.
All right.
He's number 1 on our. Hey.
Well, the last thing I want to talk about. There's one more thing I want to talk about, and then that'll be it. Andrew McCutcheon moved to 3rd place on the Pirates' all-time home run list. The one bright spot besides Paul Skeens the Pirates have.
He's literally like, you know that picture of the Bugatti and on the trailer?
Bugatti at the trailer park?
That is what McCutcheon is.
McCutcheon and Skeens, except Skeens is more of a Ferrari than a Bugatti.
I mean, I guess I don't know. Pittsburgh Pirates are just. I like their roster. I like their team. Like I like the team. Pittsburgh Pirates is really
They just ran like
cool name.
They ran like a literal freaking circus.
Yeah, exactly. There are teams out there that like aren't always bad, but they're poverty franchises. The Pittsburgh Pirates is one of them. The Orioles is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have to go to a different league to bring another one in there, it's the Bengals. Those are your poverty franchises that can win games, but they're still poverty franchises because of the decisions they make.
Yeah. And I guess I do have one more little bit of news. It's just decent, not decent, but like weird Buck stuff. Well, not weird Buck stuff, but not I wouldn't say weird Buck stuff, but Chris Godwin decided to put Junior on the back of his jersey now. So he is now Chris Godwin Jr.
And another little small news.
Huh?
Go ahead. I said another small news is the Bengals. Speaking of the Bengals, their Shamar Stewart is refusing. He's holding out because they're being stupid with his rookie contract, and he left mandatory minicamp today.
Oh, and I guess also
so yeah, Bengals are stupid.
I guess since we're still on the name thing, I was looking at I was reading an article on ESPN, and I saw that Anthony Richardson changed his name to Anthony Richardson Sr. So did he have a kid?
I don't know, to be honest.
If you're putting senior on that, you had to have had a kid, right?
Yeah, I would assume
Anthony
so.
Richardson will add senior to his jersey nameplate following the birth of his son. Okay. I saw that. I was like, wait, what? But that is everything I could think of.
That's pretty much everything I can find too. I'm on ESPN, just making sure. Unless we want to talk about,
let's go.
Unless we want to talk about the Panthers Oilers, but that was like
no, I don't.
Panthers are going to win back to back.
Once the Red Wings are out of the playoff race, I do not care about hockey.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same. We talk about the WNBA. Let's go. Do we all love the Wings? I love the team being named after a fucking delectable, tasty food.
I don't know anything about the WNBA other than the fact that
they're missing.
Still one of the worst trades in humankind happened because of it.
Dude, think about this. You know how awesome it would be if the WNBA, like, they have a team named the Storm, right? Team is named the Storm. They could be like, they could be sponsored by the Weather Channel, and their entire thing is themed off the Weather Channel. And then you have
the struggling offshoot of the NBA. That sounds on brand.
Like Fever. You could be Advent Health Fever. The Advent Health Fever.
These help. These women probably wouldn't even be official NBA teams. They'd just be by the sounds of it, just company what's the word I'm looking for?
There's like the Atlanta Dream mattress.
Company intramural teams. If they're going to get named like that.
It could be the Atlanta Dream Mattress Factory. Something like that. Las Vegas Aces. They could be the Las Vegas Gambling Aces, or like Hard Rock Vegas Aces.
You're trying too hard.
Dallas Wings. The Dallas Buffalo Wild Wings. You're telling me that You're telling me that that would be good. They could make extra money. They could break even. I don't know. Maybe I'm maybe Phoenix Mercury. You could get sponsored by the car, No, I think Mercury's
defunct!
isn't Mercury dead.
Mercury's
just
been
bring him back
since 2008.
The Washington Mystics, they could get sponsored by what's the
California Psychics.
yeah, the fucking oh God, what are they? What are the fucking people? The one his Mission Impossible. What's the fucking actor?
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise. He's Scientologist. They can sponsor. They can sponsor the Mystics.
Wait, Tom Cruise is a Scientologist?
Yes, or he's at least paid by Scientologists.
The things.
Dude, I'm cooking here.
Yeah, and you're cooking so much, I would call it overcooked.
The New York Liberty Mutual. They just have Limu the emu on their jerseys. No. Come on, that's a good idea.
You're getting nothing
All right,
but
I'm done.
stone-faced reactions from me.
Joy will back me up. Joy will back
She
me up.
will
That's
not.
good. That's a good one. All right, we got nothing. We got nothing else.
We've had
This
nothing
is really
else.
good
You just
outro.
decided to ramble on for 5 minutes about WNBA. And you got nothing of substance. You just inflated this podcast by like 5 minutes.
Okay, I feel like the Dallas Buffalo Wild Wings. That's substance right there. They're 1-10. They're not even a good basketball team. We could deregulate them to be sponsored by Buffalo Wild Wings. We could do that.
Can we please get out of here?
All right. All right, I'm gone.
You stalled us
I'm
enough.
done. If you liked this podcast, leave a like. This has been episode 35 of Battle of the Bay podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Draz, and SDS is right next to me. And yeah, that's a wrap.
Yeah,
Peace.
We'll see you guys next week. Definitely. Hey, also Milo's. Please sponsor.